You know what doesn't probably cost a lot of money?
Watching Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras.
You bet your ass. You bet
Did
your
you
ass.
see they were just on America's Got Talent?
Yeah, I did. And dare I say, not bad. That's my
Right?
opinion.
He's not bad per se. Like he's not great, but he's like not bad. Like he's like
It's
a
just like know your
cool.
genre.
Yeah, and his genre is weddings.
Yeah.
He's like somebody you would hire for a bat mitzvah.
It's the Pop Report. So juicy.
La da dee, la da do. I'm on a short chair because I'm moving. It's
Oh, that's right. How is moving going?
boxes everywhere, bitches everywhere.
Fun.
Packing things. There's a mirror behind me that's not supposed to be there. We're doing the best we can. I did forget to give my new landlord cashier's checks instead of renter's checks, so I need to do that.
Fun.
No, I mean legally not fun, but like, yeah, it's nice when you meet your landlord and they're like lovely people, and then you fuck up this one really basic thing. You're like, shit. I mean, it could be worse. How are you?
Good.
How is life? How is post VidCon treating you?
Good. It's been busy, but we are moving and grooving and doing the damn thing.
What happened at VidCon for you?
Friday, I had a day with Spotify and we were taping content and I did a happy hour with them and I made some new creator friends and then I went to dinner with my manager and we had a lovely Morton steak dinner and then I got to come all the way back to LA from Anaheim, which was so fun. It's okay, it was on Spotify's tab. And then Saturday, I got to tape No Filter live on the Spotify stage, which was fun. It was a good time. I had my friend Donna bowling, and we were just having a good old time.
Grand old time. I missed you by like one day. I
know
there.
you were there the day before me.
Yeah, I was there Friday. I did 2 interviews, and someone's like, "Are you gonna come back?" And Spotify was like, "Are you gonna come back the rest of the weekend?" And I was like, you know, homie, I got a lot to do. Like, I met with like reps for like interviews and other things for like work, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, we'd love to have." I'm like, I can't. I would love to, but I was like, Papa's got to paint walls and pack boxes, and if I had skipped one day, I think I would have honestly cried, like on the whole moving ordeal. It took me, to give perspective, I painted a few walls. I did the damn thing. And
you're always painting walls. You know, if you would stop painting all your walls, you wouldn't need to be repainting all your walls.
Saturday was prep. Sunday was doing it. And so every orifice is white, back to blank slate. But also had to make sure like everything was like any scuffs, any nicks, any damages. Like you hang something up, I don't want my management group to take that deposit out. So I was like, I'm being very thorough.
Smart.
So yeah. I'm sad I missed you, like, and a lot of other things for Spotify and like the rest of the weekend. It was very much an interesting VidCon, I will say. It was a lot smaller. What was your gut reaction? Because this was your first year.
This is my first year. I mean, I've been to the Anaheim Convention Center a number of times, usually for the Natural Products Expo West, and it was a lot smaller. And then just in talking to people, I think they said that like the last great VidCon was like VidCon 2022. That's when they had like all these different lounges for creators and it was like so fun. And so, yeah, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I made, the most of it. I'm trying to think, did I see a whole bunch of people I knew? I didn't see a ton of people that I knew, but like everybody there's like in the TikTok worlds or in the YouTube worlds and they're like all friends with each other. So yeah, it was fun though. I had a good time.
Good. I think I've been to
Mortons.
I think I've been to 9+ VidCons or 10+. I don't remember what the count is for sure. But I mean, there used to be like a whole other hotel they would block out for like featured talent. And like even the convention floor check-in like used to be at a different area. It's changed. It's always interesting though when you go to a convention that you've been a part of year after year and you can notice the different changes and you kind of wonder like what you're going to get into each year. This year I was like, I did my full day. And I wish I could come back and hang for another day, but I was like, I can't. I also went to Morton
Okay,
Steakhouse for
things
different
to do.
reasons, though. Say again.
I said it. You had things to do.
Things to do, not things to do, not things I wanted to do. Let's say that much. So I remember taking the drive back from Anaheim though, and I was like,
What
it
did you
would be
go
nice
to
to stay.
Morton's for?
All these events have a lot of happy hours. They have a lot of
Yeah.
like different company outings, and so there's always what party are you going to conversation that happens
Yeah.
at any convention. And so people were like, come to this, come to that. There was a super band party at Morton Steakhouse. I had a lamb pop, a little drinky drink, and I said, it's time for me to go home. Got to pick up my girl at Buca de Beppo because somehow my friend Matt came with me because he needed to get away to VidCon. Picked him up from his team dinner. I said, we're going home. He's like, my spaghetti and me are ready. So we have a lot to get into this week, though, on our news. So if you love the Pop Report, obviously like and subscribe. If you're at VidCon, say hey. And we have some news out the gate about Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry. You crank that soldier boy. You know, we were talking about this, like last week, 2 weeks ago, of like, will they, won't they? And it's weird how time works out. But
I don't. I'm always right.
No one said that. No,
I was. You were like, we don't know, and like, and I was like,
that's different than saying you're always right.
I was. Was I? Did I not call that this breakup was coming? That it
no
was
one likes when I
obvious?
told you so, bitch.
But that's just. I'm always gonna say I told you so.
Anyway,
I'm just that bitch.
It's interesting how the front page of TMZ is always like the news that, you know, pays for everything else to pay forward because TMZ pays for news, or they're one of those publications that will front the money. There's a report going on right now, which we have in the past talked about. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are on a rocky situation. This new report is Chris Pratt, on a whatever basis, renting out the Montecito home of Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, the home that Katy Perry fought tooth and nail, $30 million.
Nuns.
No, different. This is the man who was not of well
Cameron
sound
Westcott's.
mind.
Yes.
So this, for people who don't know, Katy Perry was purchasing this Montecito home. And in the process, when she was buying the home, she was like, we're all done. This is great. I'm ready to move forward. And this man was saying, hey, I know I sold you this home, but I was not in sound mind or state because I was on a lot of medication when I was going through this, and saying I had to part with the house. So it ended up being a legal battle, and Katy Perry ended up winning. Katy has gone through a multitude of different situations where she's had to appeal for a home. The nuns situation, that one of the nuns passed away, unfortunately, in, through all of this. But people who know the Katy Perry lore, it's weird to fight tooth and nail over something and then have a home go for rent, which Chris Pratt has his, I think it's Bel Air or Beverly Hills, one of the two. His home's under construction. He needs a place to live. And so people can tee it up on a PR spin saying they just need a place to live. Katy Perry's helping him out. She's on tour. But there's also the side of like, this isn't a good look for a couple that have had a bunch of rumors of will they, won't they break up. The two have been engaged in 2019, and they have a daughter who is 5 years old together. Mm-hmm. I also saw this report, I'm not sure if you saw, that it is alleged that Orlando Bloom is going to the Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez wedding, and he is going to be partying very single. So Google search is full of Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry, and it's not for sucking dick when you're doing dishes.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't work. There weren't enough dishes to wash to save that marriage.
God.
Engagement. Remember, they never got married, which I said was the first red flag. 6 years together and you're not married? Red flag.
Yeah, that's... Engagement, number one. Having a child, number two. I don't know. There were also discussions, of course, with Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom being in the, are we upset if she goes to space? And that seems from reports, yes, Orlando was not happy that Katy was going to space. She obviously came back. Things were fine and sound and safe, but probably at home, that conversation was, Katy, you're going on tour. You're going into space. You need to slow down. Are you even going to be okay if you go into space? Where are you going to take care of our daughter? You just put out an album. When are we going to get some more time? When are we going to get married? Maybe all those conversations did or didn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is not Katy Perry's year. This is Katy Perry's J-Lo year.
J-Lo?
You know how J-Lo went through it last year?
Yeah.
This is Katy Perry's J-Lo year.
Oh, this is her J-Lo year, because J-Lo yes. Now the dots are connecting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the failed tour, the failed marriage, like it's not the failed album. Yeah, it's not looking good. I feel bad because I feel like Katy doesn't deserve the heat. Like she's not like J-Lo was just like she is a very likable she's a very unlikable person. Words are hard for me today. She's a very unlikable person and just like is rude to people. And so I understood the fall of J-Lo, but I feel like Katy Perry's not that.
No, I've heard through the rumor mill and the grapevine and through a couple sources that
she's a bitch.
Katy's not the nicest. Katy's not the girl who will say great things about you. She's the girl who, as soon as you leave the room, she'll talk behind your back. And I've heard she's not great in interviews. She does not like to, be very social and cordial. I've heard she's also very much into witchcraft from a couple close people.
Interesting.
So
that's why she came after the nuns. Maybe
she sold her soul to the devil. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it's karma coming back. But don't know. That's good luck to her. And Orlando Bloom. Whatever wedding he's going to or not, take some time, honey bud. Take some time.
He's gonna live his best life at Jeff Bezos' wedding.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. Yeah. I got divorced and I liked it. I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows these days anymore? We will get some sort of revenge single maybe if they do break up. It's sad. Speaking of other news though, we do have Lizzo music.
Great.
Right?
I didn't even know Lizzo had new music out.
No, I mean, I thought we're still, like I've said in other episodes, I thought we were still grappling with, did she or didn't she go through legal discourse with her backup dancers and the touring company? And I thought we were still like, are we in this Lizzo boat gravy train of, are we going to stay off of her for a while? But she's back. She's put out, it looks like a track list. She said mixtape of her collaborations. She and SZA were spotted going into the studio together. And also on this track list is Doja Cat. A lot of independent songs by herself, but I feel like everyone is embracing Lizzo again in some way. She took her time to go away. She performed at West Hollywood Pride. She was the headliner. Her J-Lo was supposed to be the headliner. And I don't know. I think that she's now trying to take back what is her time. She went away for a while and she's like, let me make up for lost time. This is my trajectory of where I wanted to go. She's in a lot of appearances too.
Good for her. Live your life, girl. Just live your life. Hey. Just keep on chasing that paper. Just living the life. Oh.
Do you think that in your professional experience, seeing people who go away for a while, do you think that this was a move to get people to want her back in music? Like, she obviously went away for, let's call it like a year and a half.
Do I think she wanted to get sued for sexual harassment so that she could go away and come back and like be like, I'm back, bitches? Like, what?
No, I mean, like, do you think that she purposefully took a very long break so she would be in demand again?
I think when you're in the middle of a scandal, it's always smart to just take a pause, right? Take a break, take a beat, go away. Anne Hathaway did it, and she came back with a whole new face, and people loved it. So I think that it's possible that, you just need to give people a chance to, like, forget about you, and then when you come back, everyone's like, oh, wait, I forgot how much I missed you.
And now
she's on her, like, her health journey and her fitness journey, and she's, like, getting it together, and good for her.
Good for her.
In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy in my Balenciagas to bring out the fabulous.
You're like, who listens to her? And then you're like knowing the
I give
whole
up.
back and forth lyrics. But
All the rumors are true. Yeah, I fucked him and you. Yeah, if you say that I do that.
keep going. The girls love it when you sing on the mic. I've heard. I have seen the comments.
Gotta keep the party going.
Speaking of parties, I know we
Yes.
touched on Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos just a minute ago.
So yummy.
Is it? It's expensive. I'll tell you that much.
I heard they were getting people kicked out of hotels so that they can make way. They were having foam parties. I mean, what have you heard about this wedding?
I have seen so many different things on social media. First of all, Greenpeace organizers having this big blankets banner. They unveiled like 10 people.
Blanket.
And it was basically saying like Jeff Bezos, like, why don't you pay more taxes? Like you can buy out Venice. Like, why don't pay more taxes? So I've seen from that side of the spectrum to the guest list to the middle ground, which is what you said, kicking, let's call it that, kicking people out of a hotel. And so I saw this, what was it, Page 6 or somewhere of the sort was one of them that put out an article saying, quote, Jeff Bezos kicks out attendees of this hotel. And you read deeper in the article, Jeff Bezos obviously has fuck you money. It's just plain and simple. And it looks like from what this article says is that a lot of people booked a very nice hotel in Venice that is $2,000 plus a night. And one day Jeff Bezos called and said, hey, I'd like to book this entire hotel. And the hotel on the other end goes, sure, no problem. What they ended up doing is asking anybody who had a reservation to basically come back another time. They would pay for it and they would upgrade them for free. These rooms are not cheap. So somehow, some way, for a Jeff Bezos to rent out a hotel has to be some exuberant fee on top of the room fee that the hotel is willing to say, like, we have bookings, we're going to turn them away. It's also seeming like the restaurants nearby or at the hotel, same situation. People are trying to get some sort of reservations. They're on pause. Jeff has cleared out shop. And I wonder what that's like to look on the inside. But I saw that there were 7 Italian police officers, 12 bodyguards at the hotel. And it's pretty deep of like accommodating people. They also had to put guests on an isolated area, quote unquote, to make sure security is fine because we have guests like Oprah. We have like some Ivankas of the world. And so it's up there. It's even Tom Brady. Like, they're not just casually putting anybody out. It's like the top names you hear of every household.
Yeah. Well, now we know why he's not paying more in taxes. It's because he's buying towns.
Or when that happens too, like, is a celebrity paying for the other celebrity? Is Oprah paying for herself?
Yeah, listen, Bezos is paying for everybody. I'm sure he flew everybody there. You know, rich people cover the expenses. Like they handle everything, and then you just show up to celebrate.
Yeah, like it. What a time. So,
oh, what a time.
Basically, I also went through this article, and I was reading through the Ironclad prenup agreement. I didn't have a firsthand look, but I was reading like why we're at this point of being in Venice. And apparently, this is an alleged report, again, they were going to marry in Aspen in 2024, but because the prenup was not ready, they pushed the wedding. So Lauren Sanchez previously had a prenup in her last marriage. And when people look at the divorce of, Jeff Bezos, is one of the most expensive divorces in history. And I think his former wife walked away with, I think it was 80 billion in shares of Amazon. So it was dubbed as one of the most expensive divorces. But it is in this Ironclad prenup. There is protection for his kids, his 4 children. And there's alimony in the case that they do divorce for Lauren Sanchez. But it took months from what is said to prepare this very big prenup, which we got to delay it to 1.5 years. And
I wonder what the delay was. That was there like some resistance? Was there, I mean, a 1.5 year delay is pretty big.
I mean, you got to plan out a whole Venice situation. You got to get the flights in advance. It's like when you book a trip, think maybe this. If we want to really fly Oprah out in business class, can we book it a year in advance and it will be cheaper?
I don't think the cost is really a factor
Yeah.
in this case. I think he's good. But I mean, I don't know. So do we know what her prenup says?
No, we don't. But we know some of the boilerplate items from what I just mentioned. Like, is there going to be any divide of church and state? It's like, it's what's his is his, what's hers is hers. Alimony. And then whatever for kids. But in the previous divorce, you know, his former wife had wanted money to support the kids so much more. And so, like, it gets very costly before, you know, I think it was 93 to 2021, they were married. And it was pre-success of Amazon and everything else. So, like, those were deemed, you know, valuable assets. And anybody wants to have that together as a household.
Yeah.
But, man.
Oh, what a time.
I know that every outlet's going to eat the shit out of this wedding. I also want to know, when it comes to press, who, if they ever do invite press to a wedding, like, hey, would you like to cover this? Like, does that assignment come to someone's desk and they go, it's People Magazine here. I am the lifestyle editor. I have been asked to cover the Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos wedding from the sidewalk, getting arrivals, or is it like inside? Like, you don't know until after, because every wedding is different. Who they want for photos, who they want for like video. But
I don't think Jeff Bezos has any press at his wedding. I mean, I think anybody that captures anything from his wedding, they're going to be like wedding crashers. But he's not like a Real Housewife that's doing a People exclusive deal to come and take photos to pay for his wedding cake. Like, I think
I just wonder if there's gonna be a carpet. There's everyone
no,
loves a
there's
fancy
not going to be a
carpet.
carpet. When have you ever seen Jeff Bezos be like, let me, you know, make this personal event? He's not a Kardashian.
He does appearances though. He does a lot of carpets. I don't know.
Did you reach out as Andy from Gaiety and ask for your press credentials?
Absolutely. I said I want to go to Venice, and a free trip sounds great.
So yummy.
I don't know. I'm just interested because this is one of the biggest weddings. There's going to be some
think
sort of like desire to get photos and video and
from the press, yeah, but I don't think Bezos cares to set any of that up. He's literally just like throwing money around to celebrate this wedding. Like, he does not give a fuck about the press.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We're going to see it all play out as the week unfolds.
You know, some girl who's attending is going to get paid a lump sum to sell a video from her table.
Oh, yeah.
Eat next to Oprah.
If they even allow them to have their phones, usually they make them like check their phones so that they can't take photos.
You remember that big expensive, like, I think it was Indian wedding where Rihanna performed or something was like big. There were phones there. I don't know.
Nick Jonas?
No, there was like an heir to one of like the Middle Eastern countries and had a big wedding. And Rihanna performed. You don't remember that?
No.
That was like last year. Anyway.
Really? Rihanna's been a little MIA.
That's why people were hyped, because they're like, oh my God, she's performing. Oh, it's at this wedding.
That had to have been a lot of money.
Yeah.
To get Rihanna to go over and do a whole big performance.
You know what doesn't probably cost a lot of money?
Watching Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras.
You bet your ass.
Did you see they were just on America's Got Talent?
Yeah, I did. And dare I say, not bad. That's my opinion.
He's not bad per se. Like, he's not great, but he's like not bad. Like, he's like,
it's just like know your genre.
Yeah, and his genre is weddings.
Yeah.
He's like somebody you would hire for a bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
Tom Sandoval on the Most Extras. Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, every Bravo girl's gonna eat this up. He didn't do bad. Even Simon Cowell liked it. Like, it was fine. Like, him singing at bars is very different.
I mean, that's what he does at bars.
Maybe he also kind of like said, I'm gonna do real good because it's on TV.
I'm sure he warmed up for that. I mean,
Yeah.
this to me felt more like a NBC decided, like, let's set this up to promote America's Got Talent because nobody really watches it anymore. And, like, what better way to promote it than to have Tom Sandoval come and perform for the judges? Like, very PR orchestrated stunt.
Yeah.
It's giving we need press. It's giving we're not Jeff Bezos and we want the press involved.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Sofia Vergara was like her face, I can't emulate it. She was just like confused. Like,
Yeah, she was just like, what is going on? I think when, like, you know that NBC is hyping up a performance for you, I think you're expecting something, and she was just like, what am I watching? Also, why is Sofia Vergara on America's Got Talent?
why is she not?
What is she to be judging people's dance moves and singing? Like, it's just a random fit. Like, at least like Nicole Scherzinger, who always does those shows, or Simon Cowell, like, at least, you know, Simon's a producer, Nicole is a performer, Sophia's an actress.
Act a fool, girl. Act a fool. I don't know. Maybe she can really spot some real good acting.
But you're not acting on America's Got Talent. You're like performing talent.
Don't know.
It's a talent show.
Don't know her. I'm Mariah Carey. Don't know her.
Do you think Tom Sandoval deserved a ticket to Hollywood?
I think no. I think
You
no.
said it was better than you thought.
Didn't say I think it was good to get a golden ticket though. You know, if you're doing trapeze acts and shit, I'm like, hit it, hit that button, give me that sob story.
Boom, 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 baby, that super bass, that boom, boom,
Not a golden ticket for you either.
I think the comments will disagree.
You know, speaking of things that confuse people, is also in our watch or skip, we have a new Strangers Chapter 2, which I didn't think was actually going to make a comeback, but Madeline Pesh is coming back in this, and the trailer dropped. It's 2 minutes plus for this uber scary situation. I didn't get to watch the original Strangers because I think I was too scared. Like, and I've always thought about coming back to it, but people love the Strangers. People love Madeline Pesh. And so maybe she'll get a ticket to Hollywood, but I haven't seen her in a minute either. It was kind of like, what is she doing? Kind of like Sofia Vergara, but she looks good in this scary movie. Did you ever watch Strangers?
No,
You
I don't think so.
Do you remember the masks? Like they smile and they're like torturing these people in a house.
You just asked me if I saw it, and I told you no. And then I'm like, but do you remember this?
Do you remember the promos though? But like, do you remember?
I don't even know what Strangers is.
That's fine. Stranger danger. You know what that is at least.
What is Strangers?
But she looks good.
I know Stranger Things. What? Oh, Strangers. Oh, it was a horror movie from 2008.
Yeah. Right? Like, I was like, this is out of left field.
I've never heard of this movie. What is it about? Ghosts?
It's about people who get, like, tortured in their own home.
I don't like that.
Don't like it.
Well, we have Chapter 2 that's coming out this year.
And
I don't like it at all. These are so ugly. What is this mask? I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Hard no.
Hard
Pass.
no.
Skip.
Skip, skip, skip.
Skippity skip skip.
For you, I'll watch it.
Skippity
I gotta watch this
toilet.
one, though. Not Skippity Toilet. Well, other throwbacks. Speaking of 2008, I also want to talk about our couples corner because I don't know if you saw, but Arnold Schwarzenegger just made some comments on Watch What Happens Live. Because
Sunstick.
no.
Yes.
What? What did you say?
He was talking about Patrick Schwarzenegger in White Lotus showing his dick, which, by the way, I didn't even know that Patrick showed us his dick. And so I literally had to go on X and like see like the people sharing the clip of his actual. Did you see his dick or did you miss it too?
It was like a blip. I think I was trying to like mentally. I saw the ass.
I saw the ass. Like the ass was very on display, but the dick was in there too. I didn't even know. That wasn't even a big conversation. People were too busy talking about him kissing his brother.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger said that he was proud of his son.
Yes. I also saw that Arnold was talking about the relationship of Miley and Patrick. I forget they dated so long ago. So on Watch What Happens Live, they tried to get him to say like, was she bad? Was he bad? What happened? Like, and he had nothing but nice things to say about Miley Cyrus. And it's just wild to look at like the evolution of stars, the glitz, the glamour, but people don't really
Just,
remember too much that
it just like
Patrick
that.
and Miley were together when Patrick was in college, mind you, and she was deep in bangers. And
Oof,
so
that was the era though. We loved the bangers era.
she has come out in recent interviews because of her new project, saying that people didn't really want to talk to her in the bangers, like,
Era.
yeah, like siblings, other friends, they were like embarrassed. They're like, I get people asking about you or like saying the things you're doing is weird. And it's like she didn't hear from people as much in that
Yeah.
time. It obviously is a big iconic moment. And I looked back and decided the other day to play Who Owns My Heart and Can't Be Tamed in my car. Cause I was like, remember
Can't
she's trying to be
be
a bad girl.
tamed. I can't be tamed.
Blamed.
Oh, but that was before. Bangers was not Can't Be Tamed. Bangers was
I
you
know, but I was
came
thinking
in
of
like a
what led to bangers because we
wrecking
got like a
ball.
soft bangers before where she was like, I'm trying to be a bad girl. I'm trying to be
She's trying to,
like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Bangers was her like heartbreak album
Her JoJo Siwa
post.
moment.
It was her like, I'm done with Disney for good. My heart was broken. He cheated on me with Jennifer Lawrence, and now I'm coming out
Mhm.
like a wrecking ball. And then she tried to do that again with Plastic Hearts.
Which she also has said lately that
Yeah.
half of the discography she didn't even like.
No, not that she didn't like it, but that she regrets writing it. And I think I don't know. Like I enjoyed Plastic Hearts.
That's what Travis, my boyfriend, was saying. He's like, that was one of my favorite albums. I'm like, she probably said, look, like I really like the ones that are like Edge of 17 as like classic rock ballads, but she did say, there's a song with Dua Lipa on there. And she's like, look, Dua's great. Didn't fit probably for that song. And there's probably couple other ones that she's like, look, like they weren't my favorite. I hope she's not at least like
I
talking about
read
Midnight
that
Sky.
I read that as like there were just certain songs on the album that she wrote. Like it was more of her, like she was going through her traumatic breakup era that she wouldn't have put those songs out. Sometimes you write in your diary and you put all that stuff in there, and it kind of is just like you're purging all of your emotions without really thinking about it. And then if you were to ever release that as a book, you'd be like, oh, I'm a little mortified that I put all of that. It was a little too much that I put out there. I kind of read it like that, but maybe it was, I don't know. But she also, I don't know, kind of seemed like maybe there was some influence over that album that she wasn't approving of. I don't know.
Yeah, she had Heart of Glass, Zombie, like Midnight Sky, like
Zombie.
hmm So there's a couple other ones that you're like, okay, like Bad Karma with Joanne Jett's on here, but some of the other singles and Prisoner, she's just like Dua wasn't it. Like Love Dua, I don't think she fit on this as well. Prisoner.
Prisoner is locked up and na.
Speaking of prisoners, back to
I
our
like.
couple's news. You have one split.
Oh
in
my
our docket.
God,
That's
Scott
not
and Kelly Wolf. I know you don't know who they are, but they were actors back in the day, and they are having the weirdest, messiest split. Okay, so they've been married for, I want to say like 20 something years. And his wife, Kelly, has had some sort of like mental break over the past, I want to say it's been a week, maybe 2 weeks at this point. And she had to be put on an involuntary hold. They were like afraid she was going to hurt herself. There was one point where they come to like take her and she's like being detained, and she goes on Instagram Live, and then she starts saying that her husband was beating her, like
nope.
just making all of these crazy allegations, which turned out to be false. Even Billy Bush, he's like, I've known this couple for decades. I've known them for a very long time. Like, she's not well right now. They're trying to get her the help that she needs, but she's like, Scott Wolf absolutely does not abuse his wife. Like, it was so wild. And so he just finally spoke out and said that he's going through a really hard divorce. But I mean, I can't even imagine going through a divorce and like splitting from your wife and trying to navigate it for your kids while also knowing that she's having to be put on a 5150. Like, that's crazy.
Bonkers. It's too much for me to compute even. I'm like, what? Sounds like a Netflix documentary.
Yeah, it's just it's sad to see, but I mean, I'm hoping she can, get it together because her kids still need her.
Her kids still need her. That's it.
Babe.
I was just waiting to see where you're going with this. Well, I think that's our episode full of news. What a well-rounded topic discussion.
Yeah.
You got horror, you got divorce, you got marriage, you got new music. And Kanye's not taking the stand.
Kanye?
Yeah. Or not Kanye. Sean Diddy Combs.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised because I just feel like Diddy, like you normally don't put your client on the stand.
Absolutely. Don't put him on the stand.
No.
But everyone's like, will they, won't they? And it's like, don't do it. They're going to say something stupid or they're going to
I did hear that he told the judge that the judge was doing a very good job. So people are thinking, oh, that probably means that
I feel like you would do that.
walking.
I feel like if you're ever put on trial, Judge, thank you so much. I just want to say you're doing a great job and thank you for thoroughly going through this.
Mm-hmm.
That would be you.
And here's some free no filter merch.
Yeah. You'd be like, are you a Zack Pack member or do you want to be a Zack Pack member? You can get 40% off my merch. I'll give you one, but I'll make you pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be you.
That's right. Did you see we got some comments? Some fun comments. Should we do some shout outs to wrap up the show?
Absolutely.
Or do you have to leave to go pack?
Comment me up.
Marley on Spotify says that she loves her gay besties so much. You don't want to say you love her back?
I was waiting to see if you had anything else to say.
Well, Erica on YouTube says, you guys need a weekly show together.
I thought this was a weekly show.
It's a bi-weekly show. You get us twice a week.
Bi-weekly means every other week.
No, bi-weekly means twice a week or every other week.
Come on, Bicons.
It means
it can be both.
Facepalm Mom says, I'm not a morning person either, Andy, and I feel you. See, because they saw you rolling out of bed looking like a hot ass mess.
You know, you can say I don't look good without saying I don't look good, and that's the comment to do it.
And Boone says, love the both of you and this podcast. Hello from Canada.
Where is that? Oh, Canada. Canada. I was like, you trying to make something that's not there.
Susie911 says, I love this show. Just found it even though I followed Zack for ages and I didn't know about this one.
You know, I actually did go to an event this past weekend, and someone said they ran next to you at Orange Theory.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did they have nice things to say about me?
We didn't talk much about you.
Was it a male or a female?
It was a male.
It was a guy?
Mm-hmm.
And what did he say?
He said, he's like, I sat down in the theater, and he goes, I don't know your name, but I follow you. And then at the end of the Gay Men's Chorus Gala, he's like, by the way, I know why I follow you. I used to go to Orange Theory, and I used to run next to Zack. And I go, oh, okay.
What's his name? Why is he following me? That's so weird.
And that's for you to find out. And we'll leave you to the next episode to see what the plot thickens into. And
well,
we'll
now
see
I want to know who this is and why he's following me. Because I know everybody that I follow at Orange Theory, but who was this random person that was running next? Was he an older man or younger guy?
And that's for the audiences to find out next episode of the Pop Report. And we'll see you all real soon.
You can't leave me with a cliffhanger.
Bye.